Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new video. Of course, today we're going to look at BTC and ETH. Before we're going to dive in, please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, click on the bell, click on all so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, share this video with your friends if you think that's useful. Also in the description you'll find two links, one to my Instagram, one to my Twitter. Feel free to follow me there. If you want to watch this video completely until the end and you would smash the like button, then you would do me a big favor. Okay, without further ado, let's dive into the charts. Because to be honest guys, the ship is squeezing and is making weird sounds, and I don't know, we might be breaking down. So right now we had this big pump up, we are kind of zigzagging here a little bit. We have a lot of support underneath us, but we kind of lost steam, and there's a scenario that I need to talk about with you, that I need to show you. We are here on the 4 hourly. We're only going to do the 4 hourly and lower, and as said earlier this week, we are pretty much overbought here. This needs to come down. We had a week down here which was exactly at the yearly average, so that was a great support and a great bounce. Now there is one scenario that we did not talk about earlier this week, not in my interview with Waycyber and not on the videos earlier this week, and that is that we could have a consolidation, quote-unquote retracement in the factor of time. We do not see this a lot, but it happens so now and then. So what do you see then? Something like this, where the price kind of goes sideways and makes a little bit of a wave, and then the oscillators and the bottom are resetting. As you can see here, the 4 hourly is now coming to kind of neutral area for the RSI. You also see that yes, the MACD crossed bearish, and that was, let me see, right on this one, but we have not seen a tremendous drop down. So maybe if this continues, I might be wrong, and I need to be honest and say, hey, you know what, this just went sideways, everything got resetted, and then we are going higher. That could be, of course, my scenario of a retracement is not off the table yet. Supports, if we are breaking down, is here the 46,500, which would coincide right now with the yearly average. That's the thick blue line. Then underneath we have the 45,600, and then we have this white thick diagonal line right here that has been support already quite some time. So even if we break down, test this again, then go higher, that will be absolutely fine. And if else, we are going to the 44. If we would go higher, and let's do this also on the 4 hourly, then right now we are in an area where we take steps with 1,000. So then the next one will be 48,000. Then the new target will be approximately 49. I see a lot of confluence there, and then I think it's around the 50k, if I'm not, yeah, it's around 50k. After that, after 50,000, there is not a lot of resistance. I think then we would soon go to 56,000. That of course is the target for my breakout. That is also the golden pocket. I kept the VIP tool right here in the screen that we saw last time. So 56,000 is still the target from this move up. Now let's zoom in a little bit more here on the hourly for BTC. There we see a few patterns that could play out. Again, like I just said, maybe the one where we do a little bit of zigzagging and then suddenly we're going higher, and then we had our cool off period. Also here you can see it very clearly. RSI was way overbought, and then just in the factor of time you see that this thing just goes lower, 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 kind of in the middle, and then the price is just going sideways. You could also say, you know what, this is about to roll over. We have seen that many times, and then we are going lower. This then looks a little bit like a bar pattern, and suddenly boom, there's the drop down, and how much that is, of course, doesn't need to be seen. That could also be a possible scenario. So right now I am still in the camp of we need to retrace a little bit, but the longer it takes, of course, that also shows how what kind of bottom we have in right now, because actually we are in a super tight trading range. It's just a few percent up and down, and you see that once we hit the bottom, the bulls are stepping in to buy back up, and once we hit that top from approximately 47,700, then people are selling, and then yeah, we're then going to test the bottom. So what we have here for, let me see, the last 2 days, so let's say the soon will be 3 days, a range of a little bit less than 2%. So that's not a lot. I think, of course, this range cannot hold. If you put a gun against my head, I would say maybe another 1 or 2 more times zigzag, and then we are breaking down. And yeah, if we are going higher, then I think there will also be more sell-off around the 48 and 49k. To now jump suddenly up to the 56, I don't see it happening, guys. It just was too much too fast, which is completely fine. It's all part of the deal, but just don't think that 100k will be hit next month. I see already so many people turning into super bull, so just give it that a little bit more time. Quickly head over to ETH. We're going to do exactly the same here. Also here on the 4 hourly, you can see we had this great move up, and right now we are also kind of zigzagging a little bit, and we are also here in the gray area just for BTC, where we are a little bit overbought territories. Could we also have a correction in the factor of time? Absolutely. Right here on the 4 hourly you can see it. We were overbought. We are now slowly getting into neutral area for the RSI. Same for the MACD. We cross bearish, but you do not see, sorry, you do not cross bearish right here. You do not see that harsh rejection down, just because we have this support at 33.70. And of course I'm also looking out for this diagonal support, that white line, which if we will break down now is approximately around 3250, and then the levels above us are, let me check, are the 3480 and the 3570. I said already in an earlier video 3500. I don't think it's going to be much of a problem. We almost hit this, almost. It is 3480, unbelievable. So that resistance line and support line that I draw already weeks ago is still holding, as you can see. My lordy, how far does this go back? All the way back to 31st of the 30th of August 21. So yeah, you can see that even that in a long time is still a major support and resistance. Alright, let's zoom in on the hourly. There we see actually the same kind of thing. We also just zigzagging between the areas of, now, well, shall we take 3350, and the top was here 3480, or let's say here 3430. So also here the range was not that high, 3%. The most of the trading range, and really the top was then a little bit more than 4%. For ETH, that is just not a lot actually, because usually the average daily volatility is approximately 5 to 6%. So they were just going sideways. Also says a little bit that the bulls are maybe getting a little bit exhausted, but are ready here to buy back in, and also the bears have not gathered up yet to completely crash the price down again. Also here the same, it will happen eventually, but not yet. So be careful with your positions. Don't jump into a gigantic long right now or gigantic short. Just let this play out. You will most likely not catch the bottom or the top. That's completely fine, but just let this play out a little bit before you're jumping in to any other trades. Alright guys, that will be it for today. I hope this was useful. If it was useful, then please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, click on the bell, click on all so you don't miss anything. Feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Links are somewhere in the description. I will post multiple times a day updates, other content about maybe stock markets, commodity markets, real estate, central banks, could be all kinds of things. You can just follow me there, and if I see a very interesting quick trading setup, sometimes I post it on Twitter, not always, but sometimes I do, so that could also be very, very useful. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. See you next one. Bye bye.